This is actually a very important video. This is the full explanation for me, for everything that anyone might ever feel about me. This is exactly what it's all from. My ballet schedule. Because from when I was in the 3rd grade, I had a different studio, and so I had like classes when I was 4, indoctrinated ballet, and I had a few years off because I was moving into like out of town and we only had one car. And then basically I started again when I was in 3rd grade, and then I danced until I was in college, 19. So I have always done exactly what I'm told, and I have always used my brain for physical labor training. So I'm also going to make an Italian soda right now because I cried about this today. I cried too much today, and it's occupying my chemicals, and I'm starting to feel stressed out and dehydrated. So I'm just gonna make an Italian soda and maybe order something in my head. I've always had advanced education, and I've always been required to use my brain an intense amount. So in middle school, I was memorizing dates and times. And yeah, I'm using tonic water. I accidentally bought this from the store, and I still have to ask them if I owe them money for it because I haven't been in the store a long time. And the bottle was low on the club soda that I wanted, and so I went back and looked for a bottle, and I grabbed this, and I'm kind of grateful for it because it treats malaria, and I've definitely been exposed to mosquitoes, so I was like, we'll use it. But it's definitely tonic water, not club soda. And so after school, I'm gonna tell this in the present tense. After school, I go to ballet. And after school, I go to ballet. And I'm gonna break down all of my classes. And that's just gonna be like a long run of things. It's gonna have to happen here to fully explain. I mean, just to tell anyone what I do in all of my ballet classes. Isn't that shocking? But this is what I did as a little girl, and it just like, it wasn't great. It wasn't like very well done by the adults. So it's just like, if you've ever found anything I've said about what I'm struggling with, it's that. And then like, it's me like being 19, like completely occupied in the brain by like, that's where my feet go. And this is the labor I've done for it. And probably if you ever think, well, that girl is really bitchy to me or mad, this is what's going on about it. Because I might be failing and my head's just like already everything I've kept up there. So I have at least 5 days a week. So on Tuesdays, on Mondays, I go to ballet class for an hour, and every year it gets harder. I'm just gonna go through I'll just go through my last year, and then you can feel how much it damages you or not if you want to follow along. I'm sure you'll probably eat food you're allowed to buy. On Mondays, actually this is Tuesday class now. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So we start at the bar, and occasionally, or for older students, then we do 15. I don't want to be wrong on the numbers. I drank. And like, it's trauma. Look at my, like, this is what I plank on. So Mondays, after warm up, which is push-ups and crunches, and tops warm-up crunches, if we're not doing exercise in class, it is 100 crunches and 10 push-ups, or it's 15 push-ups and 50 crunches, or 30 crunches and 15 push-ups, or sometimes it's 10 and 10, but 10 and 10 is for contemporary class, and ballet class is different. So ballet is at the bar, and at the bar for beginning bar we do tendus and plies and rond de jambes and battements and développés and frappés and turn practice. And a long plie combination. That's normally 30 minutes. And then we have floor. In floor, we have plies in the middle with no bar. And then we do, sometimes these are at the end. We do 16 jumps in each ballet position every single week. All of this is every single week. We do 16 jumps in every ballet position. And then we do a jump combination, which is called an allegro. Or sometimes we do a jumps combination and an allegro, which means that the allegro is a traveling jumps combination, and the jumps are to prep for it after the warm-up jumps. And then we do an adagio, which is a long plie combination in the middle of the floor. And it usually always includes a rond de corps. And in the floor, we turn our bodies. Like this. And then sometimes we do battements in the center. And then we do leaps. Just for ballet class, the leaps are at an angle across the floor. And normally there's 3 passes of leaps. And then we practice our dance in the last 5 to 15 minutes. We learn choreography, or on Mondays we practice our dance, the short class of the week. And then there's the long ballet class of the week that has 30 minutes to learn choreography and rehearse our dances and critiques. And that one's the same. But in the long class, we repeat all of the combinations on susu. So that means in a demi-pointe shoe, we go type fifth top, and everything gets repeated. Everything gets repeated on susu. So the 4 combinations that there are, the plie combination, the battement combination, the rond de jambe combination, then the battement combination, plies, rond de jambes, battements, and if there's a bar combination, then we do a balance in all 4 of those combinations at the end. And the balance is 30 seconds to 45 seconds. All of this is unpaid. I never got paid. So the balances are in coupe, passe, and derriere. And sometimes we do up to a développé position in balancing in every angle. And it has to be 90 degrees or higher. And then, so that's the frappe combination. Frappes are ankle beats, so it's a flexed foot to the ankle, and the foot moves to the back, to the front, and then it goes forward. And to the side, and to the back, to the side. Then there's a coupe, the beats go in coupe. Then they get faster and faster and faster. So then we do coupe beats side, and we can't move at all. There's just, it's supposed to be 16 to 32, like the music. Switching sides of the foot. And all of this is in a row. And sometimes we get bullied for not learning them fast enough. We're supposed to ask questions, but then they complain about not having enough time in class because we don't perform any of the combinations they do. Just the teachers see it. So then on Wednesday, I do my short class, and then I do a pointe class. And pointe, there's an hour class of pointe, and then the pointe class is rolling through the pointe shoe and balancing like this, basically stepping around. And then there's, I think I add more stepping around. It's basically échappés and turns, but there's, oh my gosh. Like this is part of our not tendu combination. I just forgot what they're called. It's not part of rond de jambes either. We do penguin that way. So penguin is when you move both sides of your feet. And what we do is we do 8, 4, 2, 2, 4, 8. Or 2, 4, 8, 8, 4, 2. Switching sides. Or sometimes one at a time. And then switching sides. Sometimes we do that in pointe 2. And So then I've done full échauffé combinations in the middle of the floor, unrecorded. And like, I don't have a career. There's a lot of focus on legalization. It's just the times I'm living through. Also, I really felt like I needed to heal my body. Like, I thought I was dying, so I'm still working on it. Cause like everything's ripped. So my contemporary class is 45 minutes, and that's on Thursdays. Thursday is contemporary, which is a whole different thing. So for 3 years, or 2 years, either 2 or 3 years, I took contemporary class with Kylie, and her contemporary class, I don't know, I guess those are all my tendons I worked up from it, but her contemporary class starts on the floor, and for contemporary, there's the abs and arms workout that we start with, which is a 2 to 3 songs abs and arms workout. The abs are 2 to 3 songs. The arms normally is 1 song, but after doing it for the whole length of time, sometimes it's 2 songs, and then stretching out the last song. So that starts with crunches, and there's crunches, and then they start to be fancy crunches, and then the arms stay up in the air doing air workouts. And she says that if any one of our classmates puts their arms down, then all of us have to start the whole combination over again and do it over again from the top. So then we do lunge combinations, which are also 2 to 3 songs. And then we do bombas across the floor, horizontally side to side. That would be the vertical. Like looking at God. Oh my God. So then, we do contemporary combinations, which is basically like the only way to make the movements loose, but sometimes it's also like, broke you, you're not a ballerina anymore. So then, and I'm just like, everything moves, so I guess it's moving. I'm just kidding, I don't know. It's like I really don't know. I don't know. Well, then there's company class on Saturday. And company class on Saturday is 8 hours. Because we have class first, and that's the company class with adults in it, all the adults, and the other classes. And we did that for 3 years. Maybe? And that's abs and arms too. Oh, also, we do splits on Thursday. On Thursday, we do splits. You do a full minute in each splits position. And a middle splits stretching combination. And a bridge combination. We hold bridge for a minute and then, well, maybe it's like 45 seconds and 45 seconds with each leg in the air. And then the planking combination is 2 to 3 songs also, in which we do it on the sides, in the middle, then the sides, then the middle, then we put our legs in the air. And then we walk around. And then what am I missing? Well, I was missing all that in my pre. And then company class, there's a rehearsal for the company class dance. And before that, there's abs and arms, and then there's like a bonding ritual of dance. And then there's a break for 30 minutes, and then we start the production company rehearsal for the semester performances. Drawn video for the company's profit, not the dancers. Also, my parents didn't buy my videos. So then I ran away, and I found out that everything is equally arrested. And also, no one will help. Just kidding. I do get a housing subsidy now because I can't support myself because I'm just like broken. But I don't know how long I'm gonna get it for, and I'm like not supported. Everything's ripped. And it's just like, this is not really what I do. I was anorexic. My parents wouldn't feed me breakfast or lunch. And often I couldn't eat dinner because I was allergic to things in it. My mom would be like, there's soup. And I was like, oh, this soup with 4 ingredients I can't eat, which you should know that, but these make me gag and throw up. But actually, I wasn't allowed to not like food, and I got in trouble for not eating food. I got really badly yelled at for smuggling food to the bathroom to flush in the toilet. So I had to sit at the dinner table with my parents and try to keep it peaceful and look like I was eating and try to eat a certain amount, and then have to stay there the whole time that everyone else was done eating and would go away enough that I wouldn't get in trouble for not being able to finish the soup. And then after the company rehearsal, there's additional rehearsals for the extra dance pieces and the pointe rehearsals. And then I performed 3 days a week for, I have no idea who, because I can't see through the stage lights. And it's probably mostly families. So no one knows how hard we were working, especially because sometimes the dances, like, I was just like a robot. I'd be like, doing it again. I got outside today. It's tea here. So like, I don't feel awesome about those. And also they're completely different muscles. I was like, I can think again, which I've like never had, except for like toast. But my mom would complain when we were out of bread. And sometimes like it's like eating toast again, even if it's like, oh, I found food in privacy, I'm leaving. And oh, there's peanut butter on it, including my mouth shut. So I'm just like working on being able to enjoy food. Also, I'm the only one that feeds me. So, I really struggled with my mind because I'd only ever been doing school and ballet, and it really uses so much of the mind. And my school never prepped me for a career. It was always diversified education. So if you ever encounter like dislike of me, factor in that it's the only way I know how to exist. Maybe limited pathways or teaching. No, there's actual problems that like occurred out of this, like really specified stuff. Like I know so much information, and then I'm like, the fear of all the bombs that we were reading about. It's translating to me not having a real reality. Because my parents told me this. Oh, then everything I did was like up for question. And I never used any of my ballet time for anything other than ballet. And I didn't ever know what to expect to say to anyone. Sometimes I just say things that are missing like 75% of the information that the answer is. So I'm trying out new things that I have so much pain and trauma. Like so many things I cry about because I did all the ballet to get out of my parents' house. Like all of that stuff that I was in that position for is like, but it's still in my head. And that's the end.